This is a first impression video of the recently aired Chinese period drama 鹤唳华亭 Royal Nirvana. Hi, you're watching Avenue X, where a junkie on good storytelling shares their thoughts, knowledge, and occasional weird ideas on stories and how they're told. Before I go into talk about the drama, I have a few things about my shop and other stuff, so if you are not interested in that, look at this time code and skip to that where I start to talk about the drama itself. First, I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who has made an order, the new hot stuff that I put on shelf last week. As of now, the perfect pair of 魏无羡 and 蓝忘机 enamel pins are completely gone. I may do a future reorder of those pins, so if you're really interested in getting them, I'll put a poll up on my community post, and if you're one of the people who really want to get them and didn't get them in time, just click on the post to let me know and I can have a good idea about what's the quantity that's needed. Also, the manga book General Zhu and Strategist Bai went really well. There are still some left. This is the first print. If I ever do a second print, it will be called second print. So, on the off chance that one day in the future, either Fu Gege, the author, or me somehow became famous, this book will worth a lot more. I'm just saying, might be a good investment. If you've ordered from my shop, again, thank you so much, and I hope your order arrives safe and sound. Now let's get into talking about this drama, 鹤唳华亭 Royal Nirvana. First, why Nirvana again? Just because it's a period drama that's kind of about power struggle and conspiracy in court, and then the royal family happens to have the Xiao as the surname. That's why everything in English title now needs to somehow have something to do with Nirvana and fire. This is an IP again, an existing novel, and the author actually wrote this novel based on a lot of different dynasties. For example, there's some reference to Song court, some reference to Tang court, some reference to Ming court structure. Everything is mashed up. And because they use Xiao as a family name, and the Xiao family, the only imperial royal Xiao family in Chinese histories happened during the South and North dynasties. So that's the only thing, probably the Xiao family name, that's related to Nirvana and fire. But I'm like, so lazy, just do a new title for this, because 鹤唳华亭 actually is a reference again to Chinese literature. It means the crane cries over this place called Huating, and this actually refers to someone's writing in ancient time about this person before he gets executed. He was wronged as a victim of a conspiracy, and this person says, I wish I could listen to the crane's cry in that place again. So this title actually refers to power struggle, court politics, conspiracies, people being wronged, and that general sad and hopelessness feeling. As you start to watch this drama, you'll very quickly realize yes, because our lead male character is such a character. This drama is 60 episodes on Youku. I think they managed to squeeze this drama in before the acts fall, which is the potential of cutting everything down to 40 episodes or so. That hasn't been implemented yet, but a lot of dramas that are coming out next year have shortened their episodes count. So by all means, probably one of the last long dramas for a while to come. This is exclusively on Youku, and it's also made by Youku and a couple of other companies, led by Luo Jing, Li Yitong, Jing Han as the young actors of the young generations, also supported by very, very well-respected older generation of actors, such as Wang Jingzong. He kind of got very well-known since Nirvana and Fire, and Huang Zhizhong, also a very respected actor. This is a drama about the story of a crown prince in this fictional dynasty. His struggle against, I guess, everybody around him who tries to make him fall, and his difficult relationship with his father, unfortunately, the ruler of the kingdom. If this drama is completely 100% based on the original novel, then it's a bad ending. In most of the ways you can imagine. We're not sure if the drama is actually gonna go down the same route, whether they're gonna give it a lesser heart-wrenching ending. Still, this is gonna be a very long ride. 60 episodes filled with conspiracies. So if you are not into pretty depressing and sad stories, then this might be difficult for you. But there are some good things after I've watched the first 6 episodes. So this is one of the earliest first impressions I've ever made for drama. Usually I go at about 10 episodes to first impression it, but I think for this drama, it's worth talking about it right at this stage. The good thing about this drama is, first, it's based on a novel that's quite well respected and loved in terms of its original writing's quality. Second, the lead actors are actually really good. Luo Jing doesn't need anything else to prove that he's a good actor. He's been around for a long time. He's mainly been in period dramas and he's been doing a very good job. Even though sometimes his dramas are not that good, he is very good in those. Li Yitong, although very young, she also has quite a few good period dramas under her belt already. And I would consider she's one of those better actresses of her same age sort of generation of actresses. So the 2 leads are actually solid guarantee of the quality of acting. Also, Jing Han in this drama actually so far has been very, very good. I mean, surprisingly good. Previously, his other works just haven't really gotten to me, like I didn't connect. But this time I actually think his role has been played really well. So I love the young actors and I also love the older generation. I mean, talk about Huang Zhizhong, Liu Dekai, right? And then Wang Jingsong, what better male cast can you have? These people, like I can watch them act, right? For hours. That's enough for me. So it's the major reason that got me really excited about this drama. Apart from the casting choices and their acting abilities, the other thing that I really liked about this drama is I actually like its visual style because it gives me the feeling that we are a serious drama that really wants to tell good stories instead of being, say, flashy with camera works to impress you so much with that so you overlook the actual storytelling quality, or just being so cheap and idol drama-ish that everybody is being skin smooth to a plastic face. This drama's visual style is really walking that middle line. The skin of the actors are totally not smooth at all. They didn't color grade characters out of reality and then didn't do any skin smoothing and any overexposure and low contrast that you see in a lot of idol drama. So that visual style immediately sends out the signal that we are a serious drama. And we're not trying to impress you either way. Look at our plot. That's what we want you to look at. That visual style sends that signal and I like it a lot. Although I have to say, a lot of exterior shots of this drama are actually shot within sets. Like big sets they build and then they have huge lights on top and then with CG to fake the sky. So often you see those exterior shots that feels very wooden in terms of lighting. It's still too harsh. It doesn't look like natural daylight. I've seen a lot of those scenes already and it kind of bothers me. It kind of takes me out of the reality. I think a lot of that is shot on set, but the lighting wasn't done as well as Chang'an 12时辰 that completely fakes it and like impossible to tell it's actually all shot on set. This is one visual thing that's not ideal for me, but then I'm being very nitpicking at this. I think most people would not really mind it. Another thing I really like about this drama is also its costume design that's also walking that midline without being too extravagant or too cheap. And I actually like the fact that because this drama has a lot of court scenes with officials, with princes and emperors, they're always dressed in those sort of very formal attire of a particular era. They referred mostly to Song Dynasty's sort of official clothing style. Sometimes a little bit Ming Dynasty kind of mixed in it, but the quality of those costumes are really good. They actually have those clothes either ironed or actually starched so that it doesn't crease ugly. I hardly ever seen actually Chinese period drama at court that gives the sort of official clothing that much care, that makes it look really crisp and nice on camera. And also that's actually how it's practiced in reality. People would starch their clothes to make it look very flat and crisp. And you hardly ever seen that done in Chinese period dramas these days. So I'm really pleased to see it on camera. It looks really good. I mean, you hardly ever think about men's official sort of clothing being beautiful, but in this drama it is. Finally, let's talk about the story itself, the plot. So far, It's good. It's not draggy at all. It's very tightly paced. And because it's conspiracy plotting and outsmarting each other heavy, there's a lot of twists and turns, so you're unlikely to feel bored as you watch it. Although judging from the first, especially first 3 episodes, I think they're playing it too heavy-handed on twists. There are literally too many twists within one episode, and it's done in a way that lacks a bit finesse. So it tends to use hiding information from the audience to later review something as a twist, instead of actually leaking the information already, but tell it cleverly enough so the audience don't realize they've been led on, and then later realize, oh, there's a twist. That would be the best ideal way of twisting, is actually the audience should have known, judging by what you've told them, but they didn't realize until you tell them. And then they think back on it and they were like, oh yeah, I didn't see that coming. Clever. Whereas in this drama, a lot of the twists, because probably they're so packed in one episode, you literally have like 3 twists. So all this hinges on actually not letting the audiences see the full picture. So there's no way you could have actually seen the twists coming until they show it to you, and then they go back and show something they haven't shown you before and say there's a twist. So this is the type of twist that I'm not a fan of. I think it's a lazy way of twisting. It basically is hiding information from the audience and then review it later. It doesn't qualify as a good twist. First 3 episodes, you will come across a lot of twists like that. I'm not a fan of it. I think it doesn't respect the audience's intelligence that much by doing it. And after the first 3 episodes, it got better. There's still twists, but it's done in a better way, so it makes the viewer feel more respected and actually more interesting to look at those twists. So this drama is very plot heavy, very twists heavy, a lot of clever playing, and it's like Chinese people's tradition. I mean, honestly, Chinese court dramas are the master of manipulation. Everyone is like a Littlefinger times 10 in this type of dramas. Some people might be very, very into this type of storytelling. Really, it's up to your preference. The only thing I think I would worry about this is because there's so much plotting and so much the dark, negative things that people do to each other, it may get tiring because it's so long and it's gonna be just getting worse. Potentially this drama could be filled with sadness, those negative emotions, this like gray cloud over everything, and there will be hardly any moments to have it lightened up, have a little bit of sunshine and happiness and relieve that pressure. This drama has aired 6 episodes and I've seen all. I would say only actually that little bit relief and happiness only showed up at episode 6 among the first 6. If that's the proportion of the whole thing, you'd better have that mental preparation. This drama hasn't finished airing, so I can't really compare it to Nirvana, say, but I mean, when you think back on Nirvana, the first 4 episodes, some very key plot has already happened, but also it's very well balanced with happiness and fun, such as Fei Liu's character, Yan Yujing's character, all those little jokes and fun moments they have at Su Zhai and Mei Changsu's house. It kind of balances off that very tightened, conspiracy-heavy court plot, whereas this drama has very little of that. I hope they actually do a better job in the future episodes to balance it off better. Otherwise, 60 episodes of this much depression really is gonna be very difficult for people to sit through. Still, at the end of this video, I would recommend you checking out this drama as it stands now. I think it's actually quite well made and interesting, and potentially one of the better ones we're gonna see in this year as we draw close to the end of the year. I'm not sure if any better period drama is gonna come out before the end of December. This one probably is your best bet to be an actually well-written, solid, well-acted, overall high-quality production before we head into 2020. Thank you for watching Avenue X. I'll see you in my next video. Meanwhile, live long and happy drama watching.